You created the mess we're in, and now you're saying, sorry, trust us.
As much as $50 million each.
Inside the financial crisis.
Wall Street got bailed out, and Main Street did.
How did we get here?
Other banks were taking these ideas and applying them in ways that they'd never expected.
Once the seed was planted, there wasn't any stopping it.
We never imagined. They were just taking the risk.
And it came right back like a boomerang.
It turned into a Frankenstein monster.
Stand on the sidewalk. You must go on the sidewalk.
The recession had destroyed $11 trillion of Americans' net worth. A recovery seemed far off. Occupy Wall Street wanted bankers held responsible.
Because Wall Street was too greedy. The greed of Wall Street broke Main Street.
In a matter of weeks, Occupy demonstrations spread to scores of cities across America and the world, calling for radical changes in the banking system.
Do you understand why they're angry? Do you have any comment? Mr. Blankfein, can we ask you a question, sir? You're going to give the American people an accounting of how you spent their money? And do you understand why it is they're angry at bankers? Do you have any regrets about the way you've spent the taxpayers' money?
Absolutely not. Thank you.
Well, the Great Recession that almost crashed the U.S. economy was precipitated by the bad behavior of some of the biggest Wall Street banks. And it was their creation of the so-called subprime loans that almost brought about the country's ruin. CCTV's Rochelle Akufo takes a closer look at one part of what billionaire entrepreneur Warren Buffett has called financial weapons of mass destruction.
Do is borrow money from other banks, and that money runs faster than any depositor can run. Yeah, that's the crucial thing. Afterwards, there was a congressional inquiry that went after the banks for selling the bad securities to investors who've ended up being ripped off. That wasn't, in fact, the dangerous bit. The real problem were the bad debts, the securities that America's banks kept on their balance sheets. Close as we have ever come in history to a total cardiac arrest, not just of the American economy, but the entire world economy.